just like you.
You're watching 59 News.
Heidi Moore, weeknights at 5, 6, and 11.
From the state capitol with news from across the Mountain State, this is West Virginia Tonight.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Mark Curtis. Tonight, for the first time, we're hearing from the attorney who is representing a West Virginia mother. That mom sent her daughter, who has special needs, to school with a secret recording device capturing unspeakable threats and insults from 3 educators. Today, in a story you'll only see here, more shocking allegations are coming to light. Jesse Schaefer has more.
We've heard the shocking audio recordings.
Try to backhand you right in your teeth. How's that for anxiety? You winch! You're like a pygmy. You're like a pygmy.
Now, the attorney representing a mother of a student in that Martinsburg special needs class says those insults, threats are just the tip of the iceberg.
Adria was coming home with bruises, which first alerted mom, and then you can actually hear not just the verbal abuse, but what we believe to be physical abuse as well. Loud smacks followed by children crying.
Ben Salango of Preston and Salango is representing Amber Pack, who we heard from several weeks ago.
Do you think this has been going on for a while?
Yes. That was the first day I put the recorder in her hair.
One day you caught all this?
One day. 8 hours.
It all started in October when Pack's nonverbal 8-year-old daughter was refusing to go to school, she says. Pack claims the school system did nothing until those audio recordings went viral the next month.
Honestly, it wasn't for the media attention. Those teachers would still be there in the classroom today.
Thankfully, Salango says they aren't right now, but it's his belief and his client's belief that so much more could have been done.
Every opportunity that the school board had to do the right thing, they utterly failed.
He added filing this civil suit at this point is the only option this mother has.
Because the school board didn't do the right thing, and because the prosecutor has thus far decided not to prosecute.
Moving forward, Salango says 8-year-old Adrian is improving every day, thanks to the love and support of her family and friends.
Growl at me, I dare you, and you won't get one. Go ahead. There's nothing says I have to give you a snack. Nothing.
In Charleston, for West Virginia Tonight, I'm Jesse Schaefer.
The county's school superintendent has since resigned. According to the parents of students who were in that classroom, the children are now in new classes with new teachers and are doing very well. Not all bills going through the legislative process are controversial. Today, with a unanimous vote, Senate Bill 237 passed the House. The bill establishes a new Missing Persons Act, helping family members look for their loved ones while law enforcement does the same. It's a piece of legislation that families affected have worked closely on, so they say seeing it passed was quite a special moment in the House today.
With anything that we can do to try to help other families, it's always done with my mom and her memory in the forefront.
It may not help our families, but if it just helps one family in the future to not have to go through the things that we've had to go through, I think it's worth it.
The bill will now head to the governor's desk for his signature. Tonight, there is a stalemate at the Capitol over the state budget. While the House has okayed a pay hike for teachers, there's no guarantee the Senate will go along. The Senate is trying to craft a budget bill after the House passed a measure that included a 5% pay raise for all state workers and school employees. But the Senate leadership is disappointed that some education reforms, such as charter schools and education savings accounts that prompted a 2-day teacher strike, were removed from the bill. Now a teacher pay raise may fall short of 5%.
Yes, you could absolutely look at a different variation of pay scales, and raises and so forth, and then incorporate some of those changes moving forward, some of those great, ability for school choice.
Democrats say they're worried that they and the teachers are being double-crossed.
The governor and obviously the leadership here has promised a 5% raise. That is presently not in the Senate, so I'm concerned.
Well, a promise was made in early October to these teachers and these service personnel, and I think if a promise is made, it should be delivered upon.
Also in limbo in the budget battle is the fate of a Senate bill to provide $110 million to fix secondary roads in West Virginia. The bill is known as Randy's Dream.
They dream for decent roads to drive on, and we've kicked the can down the road for so many years, and lack of maintenance.
The Senate is also still grappling with reducing the coal severance tax, which the House has already cut. Meanwhile, the Senate is scheduled to go back in session at 6 o'clock tonight and could vote on a budget this evening. There is also talk there may be a need for a special session to get all the work done, since the annual legislative session must end Saturday night at midnight. One person is dead and 4 others injured after a 3-story farmhouse caught fire early Tuesday morning in Clay County. The fire happened on Little Sycamore in Glen, and investigators with the West Virginia State Fire Marshal's Office say recovery efforts are likely to take all day. We talked to Connie Miller on scene, who told us she had to jump from the 2nd story of the home to make it out alive, and tells us her father, John Rogers, who slept on the 3rd floor, never made it out of the house. Officials on scene say they had to use water pumped from the creek nearby due to the location of the fire.
It's pretty remote. Water supply is an issue. I know that they have toned a fire department from Kanawha County to come and assist. One has been life flighted out, and they are currently at Cabell Huntington Hospital in the burn unit.
Fire marshals say the cause of the fire remains under investigation. 5 people were displaced earlier this afternoon after a fire destroyed a mobile home in Falling Waters, West Virginia. Emergency crews were dispatched around 12:45 to Chive Lane in Berkeley County to reports of a fully involved mobile home fire. Crews were able to get it under control in about 15 minutes, but by then the home was already a total loss. 4 of the 5 occupants of the home were present at the time, but were able to escape with no injuries. Officials believe the fire originated in the center of the home, but are unsure of the cause at this time. The Red Cross has been contacted to assist the family. One local law firm has won a major lawsuit against a well-known company. A Wood County jury is returning a verdict of $16.9 million against Walmart. The ruling was made as a result of Walmart's failure to detain shoplifters that resulted in a woman being injured during an incident at the Parkersburg location in February 2015. The shoplifter was found 70% responsible for the plaintiff's injuries. Jamie Bordas, who served as the lead counsel for the plaintiff, Diane Ankrum, says there is a lesson to be learned from this situation. A Barber County man is no longer a state trooper following his arrest on a DUI charge last month in Upshur County. Police say on February 23rd, 32-year-old James Cornelius of Bellington crashed into a fence near the Harbor Freight Store in Buchanan and attempted to leave the scene. Officers say when they caught up to Cornelius, they could smell booze on his breath. According to police, officers performed field sobriety tests, 3 of them on Cornelius, and say he failed all of them. Multiple children were on a bus this morning when it was rear-ended at the entrance of T.A. Lowry Elementary School in Jefferson County. Officials said while the bus was waiting to turn into the school, another vehicle failed to stop and hit the tail end of the bus. There were no injuries reported from the occupants of either vehicle, and the bus showed almost no damage. The children were taken to the gymnasium to wait until their parents came to pick them up. Well, a frigid day across much of the Mountain State. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Spencer Adkins. It's always deceiving out there when you have a bright sunny day. It looks warm outside, but when you step outside, burr.
That's right, and that's why like my dogs like to just lay in the sunbeam.
Yeah.
Inside the house. They're very, very smart. In the meantime, we do have a couple of little snow showers here and there. And this is not pouring the snow. It's literally a passing snow shower. Was it ever cold this morning? Look at some of these morning start-off temperatures. It was 6 in Wheeling this morning, 10 in Morgantown. Snowshoe started off at 1 singular degree. Terra Alta was 5 and Davis, West Virginia was 6. And we had a lot of marks again in those low teens. Now, wind chill's a big story tonight. Could feel like 10 to 15 below along the spine of the mountains and down through southwestern Virginia, where the wind is expected to pick up here tonight a little bit more. So have to bundle up. The actual temperatures right now anywhere from about 19 to about 32 across the Mountain State. Yesterday we had a little earthquake there. That's why the quake tracker is still active, but nothing showing up here today. No after effects of that. Watch out again for anything that was wet. It could freeze over and turn into patches of black ice. And we'll tell you a little bit more though about a warm up later this week in your local area in just a few minutes.
Virginia tonight, details on more than 24 cases of HIV that have popped up in a cluster in one West Virginia community. That story after the break.
Come to Kimono Ken and Beckley and experience a taste of Japan. Savor our fresh, delicious, custom-made sushi from the sushi bar, or stop and enjoy one of our locally brewed draft selections. Whether it's a special occasion or any occasion, come to Kimono Ken and Beckley, the best tasting show in town.
Ready to go when you are.
Wow, you look nice. Getting around isn't as easy as it used to be. That's why we called Bath Fitter. They removed our old tub and installed a beautiful new spacious shower. Now, getting in and out is a breeze. And we have peace of mind with seamless walls that provide a watertight fit, plus their lifetime guarantee. Thanks to Bath Fitter, life is so much easier with a shower we love.
Call today for this month's offer.
Things happen that can change your life in an instant. Job loss, divorce, medical bills. It's only natural to be embarrassed, but the worst thing you can do is ignore the problem. The bank isn't embarrassed to foreclose on your house. Your creditors aren't embarrassed to repossess your car.
Don't let embarrassment stop you from getting help. We've helped thousands of people just like you.
For a free and confidential consultation, call Paul.
Come to Kimono Ken and Beckley and experience a taste of Japan. Enjoy delicious, authentic Japanese cuisine and the excitement of our talented professional chefs preparing your meal right in front of you. Whether it's a special occasion or any occasion, come to Kimono Ken and Beckley, the best tasting show in town.
Men, are you looking for an affordable option to treat erectile dysfunction that won't break the bank? Bypass Pharmacy has the answer. It's called Sildenafil, the same active ingredient in Viagra. Bypass Pharmacy is offering a huge cost savings on this generic 20 milligram tablet. Get each pill for just $2. A prescription from your doctor is required, and we offer free discreet mailing and local delivery. Stop by or call Bypass Pharmacy at one of our 3 Beckley locations and cash in on the savings.
You're watching award-winning 59 News.
A cluster of HIV infections is now present in Cabell County. 28 cases of HIV have been confirmed. The majority of the cases are attributed to the sharing of needles among drug users. Dr. Michael Kelly with the Cabell Huntington Health Department says programs to protect the public are already in place, like harm reduction programs and the needle exchange. While those participating in riskier behavior, like sharing needles, should be more concerned about this cluster, it's programs like these that Kilkenny says allow the department to be in contact with at-risk individuals.
If you're injecting, please stop injecting. If you can't stop injecting, then use sterile equipment for every injection, every time, and never share, give away, or take a needle from somebody else.
Dr. Kilkenny says it's important to remind others that HIV cannot be transmitted by touching, hugging, eating after people, or by swimming pools or toilet seats. If you are at risk and need to be tested for HIV, Kilkenny says you can go to your primary care physician or to the health department, as people are readily available to help anyone needing assistance. The news of this cluster comes on a monumental day for HIV treatment. A patient in London may be the second person to ever be cured of HIV. Researchers say the unidentified man, known as the London patient, was treated with stem cell transplants from donors who carried a rare genetic disorder that made them resistant to HIV. According to the case study, the London patient has been in remission for 18 months and no longer takes antiretroviral drugs. About a decade earlier, a man known as the Berlin patient received similar treatment and was considered cured of his HIV infection. Doctors warned that the methods used on both patients may not work for everyone, but the news offers hope for some new treatment strategies, including gene therapy. A new environmental report says waste ash from coal-fired power plants in the U.S. has contaminated groundwater in 39 states. The contaminants include arsenic, lithium, and mercury. The report by the Environmental Integrity Project and Earth Justice is based on groundwater monitoring data. The data was reported to the Environmental Protection Agency for more than 4,600 wells. The landfills and ponds used to store coal ash are often unlined, letting toxins leach into groundwater. The study author said, quote, virtually all coal plants are poisoning our water. An EPA spokesman says the agency is reviewing the report and cannot yet comment about it. Well, right now we're taking a live look outside over downtown Charleston. We'll be right back in West Virginia tonight with your complete local forecast.
Hey, I just wanted to...
Oh, there he is.
What are you looking at? Are you looking at the results of yesterday's Constant Contact email? We were supposed to watch that together.
I'm sorry.
I can't even look at you.
Send great-looking emails that drive big results for your business.
Hey, guys. When are we going to look at the... Oh, I can't believe you guys.
Constant Contact email marketing. Powerful stuff.
Schools are closed across the region tonight.
Heavy snow and ice are causing power outages.
When snow and ice cover our region, our Storm Tracker 59 team is ready.
Good evening, everyone. Our winter weather desk is activated tonight as rain.
Winter storm warning now issued.
More clouds begin to build up ahead of.
When our winter weather desk is activated, you can trust our Storm Tracker 59 meteorologists are bringing you the most accurate forecast to keep your family safe, because we're all in this together.
Why get one when you can get two for just $5? Mix and match McDonald's favorites, featuring the 10-piece Chicken McNuggets and the Filet-O-Fish sandwich.
At Raynell Medical Center, we understand that everything starts with a good education. I'm Christy Aetherator, and I encourage you to get involved with your children and grandchildren's education. Help them achieve the best they can be.
Do you love 59 News? Show us. 59 News and Little General Stores want to make you our next fan of the day. Just post a picture of you on social media and use the hashtag 59First. Then watch 59 News every day at 6 and 11 to see if you're our 59 News fan of the day.
Oh, there's something so real about living local, about the people and the places where we live. There's a pride around here that's been growing with the years, and I know without a doubt I'm not alone. And I love living local. 59 News is here for me. The Two Virginias is where I love to be.
Now, Storm Tracker weather.
We are still wearing the big coats, and we're still looking out to the skies and seeing occasional passing snow showers. Not too bad here, just cloudy around the Huntington area. We had seen some snow showers out in the distance. Just kind of a gloomy sky at Babcock State Park right now. In Charleston, we've seen a little peak in between the clouds, and then we'll see a little passing snow shower out in the distance. Already looking a little dark, headlights on downtown. And this was just minutes ago in the eastern panhandle in the Shepherdstown area. Beautiful scene. Still have a lot of snow here on the roof, at least on the eaves of the roof. I think that's the Bavarian Inn, if I recall right. That is indeed. That's right. Been a while since I've been there over the eastern panhandle. Beautiful, beautiful area. All right. Temperatures in the past 24 hours. The lowest temperature that we have seen, which would be this morning. Well, we started off at 20 in Martinsburg, 16 in Elkins. There were spots up at Davis where it was about 5-6 degrees. Snowshoe, again, now the reading up at the top was 1. And then we have down at the bottom was about 17, 15 in Charleston, 13 in Huntington. So that's how we started off the day. And that does show you elevation too. I mean, you get up to 4,800 feet, you're going to have 1 degree. Places like that, Spruce Knob. But you're also going to see it just slightly warmer. And 13 compared to 1, it's all pretty much nasty cold to get up in the morning and try to deal with. We're going to see a lot of that tomorrow morning again. Got to bundle up, otherwise it's just going to be very uncomfortable. A little light snow shower here and there across southern Ohio, drifting across West Virginia, a couple up here around the Pittsburgh area, north of Morgantown, a few here just to the west of Wheeling, out across some of the farm country, west of the Ohio River. And again, this is some light stuff again around Point Pleasant, Clay County. So it may briefly reduce visibility. I'm thinking if we're going to see anything stick, it'll be up in the high terrain tonight. Might be a little coating of some snow to contend with. At times the visibility may come down. And even though at nighttime we tend to see this stuff shut down, this air is getting a little bit of a push from the northwest. It's a little lift, a little upglide, what we call orographic lift. Just means the air is going on up the slopes of the mountains, and that could bring us again just a little taste of some snow sticking in the mountains. Wow, it was something else. I just happened to check down around eastern North Carolina. They picked up about 2 inches of snow in some spots down by Camp Lejeune. So that's pretty wild. That doesn't happen a whole lot down there. Teens in the mountains, 20s elsewhere, and even a few 30s in the western mountains, western sections of West Virginia. Eastern mountains, yeah, this is where we have the coldest wind chills, where it feels like 9 in Elkins, 8 at Snowshoe, and we have wind chill advisories tonight until tomorrow morning about 10, 11 o'clock, because we're going to have those wind chills down below zero. There was the snow really stuck down North Carolina. We have high pressure coming our way for a couple of days. This is tomorrow morning. We'll see those squalls and those little light flurries diminish. We have a little brighter afternoon. The next opportunity to see a little snow is late Thursday, changing into a little bit of some rain on Friday. A warmer weekend, but there you saw some rain passing by too. More details on that at 6.
Across the English countryside, 2 runners dropped pieces of paper up hills and down dales.
They were marking the course, and those who raced after them were called harriers. It was to represent a great rabbit hunt.
They called it the paper chase. Students who go out for cross country are still sometimes called harriers.
Today, over 400,000 students participate each year.
This moment of excellence is brought to you by Rose and Quesenberry Funeral Chapels.
The skills you develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment that will give you a leg up in the civilian world. Learn critical leadership skills and to be part of a team. Serve your community and your country part-time while earning money for an education. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard.
Coming up on 59 News at 6, after a local church burns, a miracle is left behind as Bibles and a cross are left untouched by the flames. Now a special service is being planned by that congregation. Also, the change of the train service in one local community is causing a change in plans for one festival. What can residents expect to be different this year? And the state budget is in the hands of the governor. Will it be signed? We'll have the latest on the process from the state capitol. These stories and more next on 59 News at 6.
The CBS 59 Financial Report is brought to you by MCNB Bank's Trust and Financial Services Division. We're community-minded, just like you.
Day after day, year after year, we're thankful that so many of our clients come to us through recommendations of those we've helped before.
For many years, the Beckley area has been calling 252-5990.
When we take your case, there's never a fee for our work unless you get paid.
You heard right. We don't get paid unless you do.
Get the experience of Farmer Klein & Campbell on your side.
Because we know car wrecks.
Helping you is what we do.
Call 252-5990.
Get access to the area's best news and weather team with just one phrase. Alexa, what's the news? Breaking news, up-to-date weather, and school closings. 59 News on Amazon Alexa, giving you the area's most trusted news and weather anywhere and anytime, because we're all in this together. Brandon Van Sickle, weeknights at 5, 6, and 11.
We're learning some concerning news when it comes to the drug epidemic in West Virginia. A new study in the Journal of the American Medical Association found the mortality rate from synthetic opioids has increased drastically. West Virginia Tonight reporter Taylor Long brings us a breakdown of the report.
The solutions can't be a blunt, one-size-fits-all approach. We need solutions based on the particular area. In addition, the solutions can't be just on reducing the supply. We have to also address issues around the demand side, and that means treatment.
Sarah Leak, who is the Continuum of Care Manager for Breakthrough Medical Withdrawal Management, says they have made some progress since 2016 with issuing first responders and the public with the availability of Narcan.
Every time we save someone from a fatal overdose, it's another chance for them to get treatment. It's another chance for them to get better, and it's another chance for them to live a productive life.
That was Taylor Long reporting. Since 1999, the mortality rate has increased by 92.1%. Hinton's Big Railroad Days Festival will be condensed to one weekend this year. Mayor Joe Blankenship says a bunch of employees were laid off through Amtrak in Huntington, which prevents special trains from running through Hinton. He also says that there is a plan to make the trains run for the festival in 2020, but nothing is set in stone just yet.
It's very disappointing that we're not going to have the event as we've always had it in the past. We feel that Amtrak basically has an obligation to the people to continue with what we've had has been tradition.
Mayor Blankenship says the festival still has many vendors and bus tours throughout Hinton for this year. We'll be right back with more on West Virginia Tonight.
59 News keeps you informed, and Storm Trapper 59 keeps you safe.
My grandfather died at the nursing home, and I think it was their fault. I knew I needed a lawyer. My pastor told me to call Stuart Bell. Best advice I got.
I didn't believe the nursing home story about my mom's injury. A good friend of mine told me to call Stuart Bell. It was the best advice I got.
If you suspect nursing home abuse and neglect, call me right now.
Turns out I was right. It was the nursing home's fault. Stuart Bell made sure they were held responsible for what happened to my grandfather.
Call me. I know what to do.
Across the English countryside, 2 runners dropped pieces of paper up hills and down dales.
They were marking the course, and those who raced after them were called harriers. It was to represent a great rabbit hunt.
They called it the paper chase. Students who go out for cross country are still sometimes called harriers.
Today, over 400,000 students participate each year.
This spirit of excellence is brought to you by Primary Care and Prevention Clinic.
Boating. Tundra. A little R&R. Camry.
Wow, she's good.
Off-roading. Forerunner. Our treasure hunting. Highlander mateys.
Thanks.
Wherever you want to go, we've got a great deal on a Toyota to get you there.
Now get a low payment lease on a Tacoma for just $259 a month, or buy with $1,000 cash back from Toyota, or go big with a Tundra and get $2,000 cash back.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
What's the best-selling small tractor in America? Kubota's BX Series subcompacts. No other subcompact tractors on the market have so much power and versatility designed to fit in your garage. And if you're looking to mow right now, a 54-inch mower deck is included. Get a BX 1880 for as low as $99 a month with 0% APR financing for 84 months. Kubota's BX 1880, the only real choice.
See the full line of Kubota tractors and hay tools at State Equipment today.
Got a medical question? Ask the Doc. Visit our website and click our Ask the Doc banner to submit your questions. Then watch 59 News, where we've teamed up with Dr. An Abjan to provide you expert medical advice, because we're all in this together.
It's championship week here in the University City, which means a historic weekend is in store for West Virginia University. The 2019 NCAA Rifle National Championships will take place on Friday and Saturday at the WVU Coliseum, marking the first time in the university's history that it's hosting an NCAA championship event. I'll have the full details later tonight in your WV Illustrated report. Coming up next hour, we'll take a closer look at WVU women's hoops, narrow loss to the #1 team in the nation on Monday night, and the improvements that the Mountaineers have made ahead of the Big 12 Conference tournament. In Morgantown for West Virginia Tonight, I'm Angelica Trenone.
Well, you'll have to go to San Francisco to visit America's most popular national park. The National Park Service's Golden Gate National Recreation Area has had more than 15 million visitors in 2018, making it the most popular national park site in the country. That's about 500,000 more than Blue Ridge Parkway, which was the 2017 champ. In total, more than 318 million people visited National Park Service sites across the United States. In 2018, that's down 4% from the year before. I'm glad to say I've been in both Golden Gate National Park and the Blue Ridge Parkway, both excellent locations. Go out and see your national parks. Of course, we've got them here in West Virginia with some great state parks, too. Get out there and enjoy the most beautiful state in the nation. Thanks for watching West Virginia Tonight. Your local news at 6 begins right now.
Burdette Camping Center, Winfield and Hurricane, West Virginia's only warranty forever provider. After a great Charleston and Huntington show, is bursting at the seams with pre-owned units. With over 30 pre-owned units in stocks, from fold downs to fifth wheels, 12 units qualify for warranty forever. Why wouldn't you buy from Burdette Camping Center? So remember, don't throw your money away. Come to Burdette Camping Center, Winfield and Hurricane, West Virginia's only warranty forever provider.
This is CBS 59. 59 News at 6 starts now.
A West Virginia lawmaker meets with the commander-in-chief. Welcome to CBS 59 News at 6. I'm Brandon Van Sickle.
And I'm Riley Phillips. State attorneys general from across the country are in Washington, D.C. for an annual conference. Yesterday, officials from states, including West Virginia, met with President Trump to discuss shared priorities, including school safety, the opioid epidemic, human trafficking, disaster response and recovery, and prison reform. 59 News' Bree Jackson spoke with West Virginia Attorney General Patrick Morrisey about the meeting.
To have that bipartisan meeting, I think really says a lot, because whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, substance abuse is attacking your state. And so we were able to have a good, deep discussion about a lot of issues, about how folks are attacking the enforcement side, how folks are going after treatment, and the general coordination between state, local, private sector, et cetera.
Among the goals Attorney General Morrisey listed while in the capital city was ending the abuse of special needs children.
Well, tonight there's a stalemate at the Capitol over the state budget. While the House has okayed a pay hike for teachers, there's no guarantee that the Senate will go along. 59 News chief political reporter Mark Curtis brings us more from Charleston.
The Senate is trying to craft a budget bill after the House passed a measure that included a 5% pay raise for all state workers and school employees. But the Senate leadership is disappointed that some education reforms, such as charter schools and education savings accounts that prompted a two-day teacher strike, were removed from the bill. Now a teacher pay raise may fall short of 5%.
Yes, you could absolutely look at a different variation of pay scales, and raises and so forth, and then incorporate some of those changes moving forward, some of those great ability for school choice.
Democrats say they're worried that they and the teachers are being double-crossed.
The governor and obviously the leadership here has promised a 5% raise. That is presently not in the Senate, so I'm concerned.
Well, a promise was made in early October to these teachers and these service personnel, and I think if a promise is made, it should be delivered upon.
Also in limbo in the budget battle is the fate of a Senate bill to provide $110 million to fix secondary roads in West Virginia. The bill is known as Randy's Dream.
They dream for decent roads to drive on, and we've kicked the can down the road for so many years, and lack of maintenance.
The Senate is also still grappling with reducing the coal severance tax, which the House has already cut. As the budget battle continues, we are now hearing of the possibility of a special session being called to deal with those controversial education reforms that so far have not passed. At the Capitol in Charleston, I'm Mark Curtis, 59 News.
And the Senate was scheduled to go back into session at 6 o'clock this evening and could vote on a budget tonight.
Well, not all bills going through the legislative process are controversial. Today, with a unanimous vote, Senate Bill 237 passed the House of Delegates. The bill establishes a new Missing Persons Act, helping family members look for their loved ones while law enforcement does the same. It's a piece of legislation that these families have worked closely on, so they say seeing it passed was quite a special moment in the House today. The bill will now head to the governor's desk.
All around the state, in a story you'll only see on 59 News, more shocking allegations are coming to light in the case of a teacher and two aides accused of saying unspeakable things to their elementary-age special needs students. Amber Pack's nonverbal daughter was a student in that class at Berkeley Heights Elementary School. Back in October, Pack said her little girl was refusing to go to school. She says she sent her daughter to class with a recording device and captured 3 educators calling the students names and threatening them. Ben Salango is representing Pack in a newly filed civil suit. The audio recordings, he says, are just the tip of the iceberg.
I think there was a lot more going on. I mean, Adria was coming home with bruises, which first alerted mom, and then you can actually hear not just the verbal abuse, but what we believe to be physical abuse as well. Loud smacks followed by children crying.
The county superintendent has since resigned, according to the parents of students who were in that classroom. The children are now in new classes with new teachers and are reportedly doing very well. Well, turning over to weather now, it's been a sunny but very cold day across the two Virginias, but just how low will those temperatures drop tonight? For that, we'll turn things over to Storm Tracker 59 Chief Meteorologist Heidi Moore for a first check of our forecast.
Well, good evening, everyone. It's certainly going to drop pretty cold tonight. We'll see temperatures fall into the teens and single digits, and wind chill is going to be a factor through the rest of the evening. A wind chill advisory in effect for everyone in that light teal color, 9 o'clock tonight through 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Even if you're not under a wind chill advisory, we'll still be dealing with bitter wind chills across much of the area. Temperatures right now are in the mid-20s and a few spots in the upper 20s, but our winds are gusting about 15 to 30 miles per hour, making it feel like it's in the low teens already in some spots. And by the time we kick things off tomorrow morning at the bus stop, we could be dealing with actual wind chills below zero. Quiet for now, but a few snow showers certainly not out of the question tonight. Wouldn't amount to much, but could make things somewhat slippery. And we'll talk more about those details coming up in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Heidi. Well, the Raleigh County congregation that was struck with tragedy earlier this week will hold a special service tomorrow night. Freedom Ministries Church building was destroyed in a fire early Sunday morning. However, its youth center building was still standing after the flames were extinguished. Now, faith leaders are bringing the congregation together for a service at that youth center in order to unite the church group and begin the process of rebuilding. The service begins at 7 tomorrow evening. Freedom Ministries is located on Grandview Road in Daniels.
Well, 8th grade can be tough for any student, especially if they're battling cancer. 59 News reporter Caroline Forback tells us how good friends and technology are helping one Tazewell Middle School student through chemo. Caroline?
Brandon, when an 8th grader's chemotherapy kept him from going to class, his friends and teachers at Tazewell Middle School found a creative way to make sure he doesn't miss a beat.
8th grade student at Tazewell Middle School, Brent Anderson, has only been able to attend 3 days of class since the school year began. He was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma at the end of the summer and is going through aggressive chemotherapy. Doctors told him his immune system is too weak to attend school, so he learns from home with the help of his teachers.
Brent really wants to be in school. I mean, he's a student that really enjoys school and enjoys being around his friends.
For Anderson's group of friends and his younger brother Blake, going to school just isn't the same without him. So they came up with a way to make him feel included.
Well, we were thinking of a way that we could talk to him, and I think that it was the principal, Miss Hurst, that said we could FaceTime him in school, and we thought that Google Hangouts would be the best tool to.
Whenever Anderson's friends get some free time at school, their teachers let them meet in a classroom and use Google Hangout to video chat with him.
Oh, it's real fun when we leave the room and you hear them laughing and giggling and, you know,
being very animated.
Yeah.
It helps because we can discuss the happenings of the day with him, and so he's more up to date and it feels like regular.
I want to keep doing it more, so even though if I'm going through a rough time with people, I know my brother's there to help me.
They chat about video games, the latest Aquaman movie, soccer practice, and for at least a little while, Anderson feels like a normal 8th grader. Anderson doesn't know when he'll be back, but he knows his friends are just one call away.
Brent's teachers say battling cancer hasn't stopped him from excelling in school, and he's been able to maintain straight A's. Reporting live in the newsroom, Caroline Forback, 59 News.
All right, Caroline, really great story. Thanks.
Well, coming up on 59 News at 6, one local county makes a big change to a beloved event. How Hinton's Railroad Days is changing. That's still to come.
And we're also expecting to see some cold temperatures and bitter wind chills tonight. We'll talk about that and what to expect as we head through the rest of the week right after the break, so please stay with us.
This is CBS 59 with Riley Phillips, Brandon Van Sickle, and Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Heidi Moore. You're watching 59 News.
Tonight's first forecast is brought to you by Mountaineer Automotive, where taking care of you is what we do.
Hey guys, spring cleaning is right around the corner, so out with the old and in with the new. So stop by Mountaineer Automotive in Crab Orchard and let us freshen up your driveway with great deals like these.
Like this 2018 Ford Focus, 0 down, $238 per month.
Get this 2015 Lincoln MKC for only $395 a month with no money down.
And this 2018 Chrysler 300 Limited all-wheel drive, 0 down and only $339 a month.
The Mountaineer Crab Orchard Superstore, where taking care of you is what we do.
At R&R Comfort Systems, we do things right. That's what our customers say.
They're just like family coming in. They don't come in with high attitudes, and they don't try to charge you an arm and a leg.
There was no hidden fees, there was no nothing. The price was what was estimated to me on the first day he arrived.
They're very reasonable and they do excellent work.
York Systems, quality built, super efficient. Backed by the strongest warranty. Just another way we install confidence. Call R&R Comfort Systems today.
Hey, Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store to tell you about the all-new LG Rewards Card. The all-new LG Rewards Card is easy to use, and the best part is you save money every time you use it. Now you can even get rewards points for purchases inside the store and beverages discounts too. Just sign up now. Start saving. I did. The all-new LG Rewards Card, just another reason to shop at your local Little General store. And tell them Hug sent you.
Day after day, year after year, we're thankful that so many of our clients come to us through recommendations of those who've helped before.
For many years, the Beckley area has been calling 252-5990.
When we take your case, there's never a fee for our work unless you get paid.
You heard right. We don't get paid unless you do.
Get the experience of Farmer Klein & Campbell on your side.
Because we know car wrecks.
Helping you is what we do.
Call 252-5990.
Now, with the area's most accurate forecast, Storm Tracker 59.
Good evening, everyone. We're in for another very bitter night, and we have wind chill advisories going into effect at 9 o'clock tonight for Pocahontas, Greenbrier, Monroe, Summers, Mercer, and Tazewell counties. Even if you're not under a wind chill advisory, keep in mind our wind chills are still going to be pretty bitter as we go through the evening tonight, no matter where you are, possibly below zero across much of the area. Temperatures right now are in the mid and upper 20s, and our winds are about 15 to 30 miles per hour, and that's making it feel like it's already in the teens, and this is pretty close to where our temperatures are going to be, especially in Beckley. A lot of us expected to get down into the low teens and single digits, and as we continue to see those wind gusts, wind chills could be very well below zero, especially up in the higher terrain, so we'll have to watch that through the evening tonight. Another thing we're keeping our eye on, a few flurries going to start building in here going through the evening. They won't really amount to much. They'll mainly be in the mountains as a weak disturbance starts to move through, but we'll keep an eye on that. Don't think we'll see much in terms of accumulation, but with how cold it is, it will easily be able to stick on some of those side roads, so be sure you're taking it slow tonight. Most of this wrapping up before the morning commute gets underway, so we're looking at a quiet start to the day, but just downright cold. Again, temperatures in the teens and single digits to start our morning off, and that's well below average for this time of year. We do have that weak disturbance that we're watching. After that, high pressure builds in. More sunshine expected for our Wednesday, and even most of our Thursday looking dry, but things will start to change Thursday night into Friday. So for those snow showers tonight, they'll build in shortly. They'll wrap up pretty quickly, and by the time we kick things off tomorrow morning, we'll have sunshine. Sunshine throughout the entire day. Very similar to today, where you'll look out the window and think, wow, it looks really nice out. And then you'll step outside and say, just kidding, it's a little cold. And that's what we're going to be dealing with. Wind chills again tomorrow afternoon, likely in the teens once more. Keeping things quiet Wednesday night. And then Thursday, we'll start to see clouds build in, especially during the afternoon. And some snow showers will start to build in Thursday evening. These will continue overnight Thursday and into our Friday. We could squeeze out a couple of inches here or there, so we'll have to watch that. We'll talk more specific totals a little bit later on in the week, but rain wins out pretty quickly heading into Friday afternoon for most of us. East of I-77, we could have some of that cool air still trapped before rain takes over heading into the evening, and then we slowly start to clear out for Saturday, but only for a brief period of time. Again, wind chill, the big story tonight, single digits as we go through the overnight hours, and then below zero heading into the early morning hours tomorrow. So this is what it will feel like when that wind gets going and we step outside. Even heading into the afternoon after the sun comes up, our temperatures warm a bit, but we're still dealing with some breezy conditions, so it will still feel like it's in the single digits and teens throughout much of the day. Your 10-day forecast showing temperatures steadily warming on up. We're actually in the 60s heading into Sunday, so a big change there, but it will bring in some rain with it. And then getting into next week, things look a bit quieter and closer to average, with temperatures staying in the mid and upper 40s.
And thank you, Heidi. Still to come, schools in one local county will get a big curriculum boost. Why Summers County can now provide students with greater education opportunities. That's straight ahead.
The Storm Tracker 59 10-day forecast is brought to you exclusively by your Toyota dealers.
Boating, Tundra, a little R&R, Camry.
Wow, she's good.
Off-roading, 4Runner. Our treasure hunting, Highlander mateys.
Thanks.
Wherever you want to go, we've got a great deal on a Toyota to get you there.
Now get a low payment lease on a Tacoma for just $259 a month, or buy with $1,000 cash back from Toyota, or go big with a Tundra and get $2,000 cash back.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
It only happens twice a year. Get to Grand Home Furnishings now for 50% off all Lazy Boy and Kincaid furniture. Plus, get 2 years no interest. So if you want to relax, enjoy a family meal, or sleep in style, get the best for 50% less now at Grand.
Introducing the Storm Tracker 59 10-day forecast.
Storm Tracker 59 10-day forecast.
59 News and Storm Tracker 59, bringing you a 10-day forecast on the weather, because we're all in this together. Powered by your Toyota dealer.
Check your credit scores for free and learn how you can improve them at Credit Karma. Here's to progress.
How do we make the future of energy ours? By knowing who we are, where we're going, by remembering the roads we've traveled, while developing new paths of our own. At Appalachian Power, we're working to generate new ideas and empower possibilities for us all. Shaped by who we are, where we live, and what we value, the future is ours to hold.
Do you love 59 News? Show us. 59 News and Little General Stores want to make you our next fan of the day. Just post a picture of you on social media and use the hashtag 59first. Then watch 59 News every day at 6 and 11 to see if you're our 59 News fan of the day.
Introducing Grand's new HD Super Duty line. Superior mattresses built with tempered steel heavy-duty coils. Tested at up to 400 pounds to ensure long-lasting maximum support with reduced motion transfer. Get a queen mattress now just $8.99, only at Grand Home Furnishings.
Back, Hinton Railroad Days Festival faces an issue following Amtrak's decision to stop the New River train services.
59 News reporter Katie Forcade explains how city leaders are working to keep the tradition alive.
What has been tradition for the last 50 years in Hinton is undergoing some changes.
The Collis P. Huntington Corporation in Huntington is now laid off their employees, and it looks like the specialty trains that have been running on our rails for the past 50 years to places like Hinton, from Huntington to places like Hinton for our festivals is not going to be running this year.
The Hinton Railroad Days Festival now has to do without the main event, the specialty train that runs from Huntington to Hinton every year. In fact, Hinton Mayor Joe Blankenship says the festival will be condensed into one weekend instead of its usual two as a result of the news. The Railroad Days Festival will now only take place the third weekend in October.
It's very disappointing that we're not going to have the event as we've always had it in the past. We feel that Amtrak basically has an obligation to the people to continue with what we've had has been tradition.
He says Hinton officials are keeping up with people in Huntington to bring back the tradition to Hinton again as soon as possible.
We hope that next year that Collis P. Huntington will be able to run the specialty trains again. Their hope is for 2020 to be back up and running, but at this point it's just up in the air. They do not know.
Reporting in Summers County, Katie Forcade, 59 News.
Meanwhile, Summers County schools receive a major grant. The schools will now have money to improve English, language arts, math, and school improvement overall. The grant totals up to $176,000 from the state. Superintendent Kim Rhodes announced the plans for this grant at the latest board meeting.
Well, Mountain State Centers for Independent Living is holding a spaghetti fundraiser in order to raise money for a Beckley resident in need of hearing aids. The center has a waiting list for residents in need of medical equipment, but it can take a few years to get durable working devices. That's why administrators say fundraisers like this one are an excellent way to help locals in need. Spaghetti dinner orders for the fundraiser are going to be $6 per person, and they can be placed by calling the Mountain State Center in Beckley. Orders are due by this Friday, and the dinner takes place on March 13th. And straight ahead on 59 News at 6, the #2 ranked Greenbrier East Lady Spartans head to Charleston with another championship title in their sights. We'll see them off as our newscast rolls on.
I specialize in personal injury work. I've been in practice for 21 years. We do a lot of nursing home negligence cases, injury cases. Nursing home abuse and neglect is rampant. A lot of the time, these people can't speak for themselves. They need a voice, and they need someone that can protect them if someone has taken advantage of them or injured them or hurt them.
We decided to go with Bathfitter after doing a lot of research.
Yeah, we loved how they could install a new tub right over the old one without tearing our bathroom apart.
Yeah, what we didn't expect was to be blown away by the quality. And that's what happened. They showed up in the morning, and by the end of the day, we had this absolutely beautiful new bathtub. It was better than we could have even imagined.
And it's guaranteed for life.
I actually love our bathroom now.
Call today for this month's offer.
Why get one when you can get two for just $5? Mix and match McDonald's favorites, featuring the 10-piece Chicken McNuggets and the Filet-O-Fish sandwich.
Head down to Adams Fire Equipment for our spring savings event. Save big on your favorite Husqvarna products. Check out our Husqvarna locking differential tractors, heavy-duty weed eaters, and even the new self-operating auto mower. Take advantage of up to 20% off zero-turn riders, plus 0% interest. Don't miss our spring sales event going on now at Adams Fire Equipment, 450 Raglan Road, Beckley, West Virginia.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Silverado. It's the official truck of calloused hands and elbow grease. The official truck of getting to work and getting to work. It's the official truck of homecoming and coming home. The all-new Chevy Silverado. Now during Chevy Truck Month, get 0% financing for 72 months on this all-new Silverado.
See your Southern West Virginia Chevy dealers.
59 News keeps you informed, and Storm Trucker 59 keeps you safe.
Well, welcome back. Last week, boys basketball teams all over the state fought to secure a spot in regionals.
And tonight, those games begin, including a local matchup in Beckley. Sports Director Ashley Volrath joins us from the Beckley-Raleigh County Convention Center to give us all the details on tonight's game. Hey, Ashley.
Hey Riley, Woodrow Wilson is hosting George Washington tonight in the regional championship. Game starts at $7 at the door. I'm going to give you a quick glimpse of what's taking place behind me. The winners of tonight's game will advance to the boys high school state tournament taking place next week. Another big game taking place tonight is the Woodrow. I'm going to. In terms of girls high school basketball, the state championship starts tomorrow in Charleston. We will have all those highlights in the 10 and 11. And tune in tonight for the highlights to see who will continue on with their season.
All right, sounds like a lot of fun. Thank you, Ashley. But this week isn't just about the boys.
That's right. The girls' state tournament tips off this week. Actually, tomorrow, the Greenbrier East Lady Spartans are headed to Charleston. And today at the high school, the girls received quite a send-off as students, teachers, parents, and faculty members were on hand this afternoon to give a celebratory farewell as the Spartans boarded the bus for the state capitol. As for the parents, they could not be any prouder of their daughters and the community that surrounds them. And you can find out how many students alone are expected to head to tomorrow's game over on our website at WVNSTV.com.
Now we're going to send things over to Angelica Trenone. She's got the latest on the Mountaineers in your WVI report.
Physical 440. That's the motto for the WVU women's basketball team, and it sure lived up to it on Monday night as it played toe-to-toe with the #1 team in the nation. The Mountaineers finished the regular season 20-9 overall after falling by just 6 points to top-ranked Baylor. Coach Carey said his team should have won that game. It was missed shots down the stretch that cost them the win. They shot just over 35% from the floor. In the first meeting between the two back in January, BU won by 32 points. The second time around, the Mountaineers held the Bears to 63 points, tying BU's season low, and forced 19 turnovers. Senior Naomi Davenport said her team's physicality on defense was the biggest difference from that first contest.
The first time we played them, we were, I don't even know what the words to say about that game. We were just mentally out of it. We just laid down. In this game, we came out with energy. Defensively, we've been relying on each other, weak side. We've been tweaking minor things to our defense, adjusting every game, you know. And tonight, it really showed what type of team we can be on defense.
WVU finished with an 11-7 Big 12 conference mark. It now waits for the final results to see where it will land in the seedings for the Big 12 conference tournament. That tips off this weekend. That's the latest on the Mountaineers here in Morgantown. I'm Angelica Trenone.
And coming up on 59 News at 6, we'll get a final check of the forecast with Storm Tracker 59 Chief Meteorologist Heidi Moore.
And as we go to break, here's a look at our 59 News Fan of the Day, brought to you by Little General. Thanks so much for that picture. We'll be right back.
You're watching 59 News.
Need glasses now? We have a lens lab in every store and can make them for you in as little as 30 minutes.
2 pairs start at just $38.71, and 91% of our glasses are ready the same day. No one makes glasses faster than iMart Express.
Stay in the know, on the go, with the 59 News and Storm Tracker 59 mobile apps. Breaking news alerts, live radar, severe weather notifications, all right on your phone. 59 News, bringing you the best local news and weather, because we're all in this together.
Applying for Social Security disability can be a stressful, confusing process, and being denied can make a bad situation worse.
I'm David Pence. If you've been denied your Social Security disability benefits, you only have 60 days to file an appeal. When the clock is ticking, you need a law firm that knows what it takes to succeed. We've won before, and we're ready to win for you.
Call Zerby and Pence now and get approved at 800-303-3030.
Stop by State Equipment and see the Kubota L2501 DT tractor. Powerful performance in one easy-to-operate compact tractor. And now, Kubota and State Equipment have the L2501 DT with front-end loader, four-wheel drive, and diesel engine for only $171 a month with 0% APR and 84 months financing. That's right, now only $171 a month, including front-end loader. See the full line of Kubota tractors and hay tools at State Equipment today.
Promote and share for your home, health, hobbies, and your family. You'll hear about it all while you're there.
The 2019 Women's Expo is Friday, March 8th and Saturday, March 9th at the Beckley-Raleigh County Convention Center. Get free or discounted tickets at area businesses throughout southern West Virginia.
Coming up, explosive devices at airports and a train station have London on alert. And a first look at our exclusive interview with R. Kelly.
Y'all killing me with this!
Plus, a journey from homeless to Symphony Hall. Coming up in the CBS Evening News.
Got a medical question? Ask the Doc. Visit our website and click our Ask the Doc banner to submit your questions. Then watch 59 News, where we've teamed up with Dr. An Abjan to provide you expert medical advice, because we're all in this together.
Welcome back. We're going to get one final check of the forecast. And Heidi, how's our week looking?
It's looking kind of like a roller coaster yet again. We're in this downward spiral right now as far as our temperatures are concerned, but we're climbing back up the hill going through the rest of the week and getting into our weekend. Tomorrow's cold but sunny, and we're warmer on Thursday, but snow showers begin to move in late Thursday into early Friday. Then rain takes over Friday afternoon. Kind of a dreary day out there on Friday. Saturday we clear up for the afternoon, but rain returns heading into our weekend, and temperatures are going to warm up with that rain moving in. Highs in the 60s on Sunday. Of course, daylight saving time does begin Sunday morning around 2 a.m. We set those clocks ahead.
Wow.
We lose that hour of sleep, but hey, it's going to start getting lighter out there a little bit later on in the evening.
All right, thank you, Heidi. Well, that's all the time we have for 59 News at 6. Thanks for joining us.
But you can always check out our website or tune into Alexa.
Also see us at 10, Fox 59.
On the CBS Evening News this Tuesday, an angry and emotional R. Kelly tells Gayle King he is innocent in his first interview since being charged with sexual abuse.
I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life.
3 days after the tornado in Alabama, and search and rescue crews are still looking for people who are missing.
Just keep